Brian Baumgartner is here. The 36th American Century Championship Tournament begins next week, Wednesday, July 9th through Sunday, and it's played at the beautiful lakefront at Edgewood Tahoe Golf Course. Check it out on NBC. Brian Baumgartner is here. What number tournament is this for you?
This is 18.
18.
Rich, yeah.
One per hole.
It only, yeah, right. I wish. It only means I'm old, I think. It is such a pleasure to be out there, but I need to talk to you about the first tee shot.
Okay. Oh. Because the the last round of golf I played was with you.
Yes.
And so you've seen the challenges.
Yeah.
And so the few people who have done this before said to me, what were you thinking about doing that you're going to be nervous?
You're going to be fine. Here's the thing.
Thank you.
It is the Stableford format,
yes,
right? Which means it's essentially by hole. The most difficult thing to do is when a hole is over and has gone poorly, as they will for all of us, you have to forget it. You have to forget it and move on and make par the next hole.
Right.
There is a cap. Double bogey it's not like you can make a 12. If you make double bogey, you go minus.
You pick up?
You pick up.
Okay.
Double bogey, that's the worst.
I had no idea.
The worst you can get on a hole is minus 2 points.
Minus 2 points.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why do I not remember? I did this 21 years ago.
You did before me.
It was such a fog.
Yes.
My memory of it is the only thing I remember, screw it. I'm going to be totally honest here. I played with Derek Brooks and Jason Taylor 2 days in a row because we were right around the same
get it.
Talent level.
Had the same success.
The only time I could ever say those words about me, Derek Brooks, and Jason Taylor were right on the same talent level. And I didn't know you could bring your own caddy.
Yeah.
So I got one assigned to me from the golf course. Great dude whose name escapes me. He helped me out immeasurably. And me being a Michigan man, he put wind beneath my wings to tell me just what a horrible person it was to loop for Lou Holtz the year before. And
that just made you happy.
Oh, it was like when I was thinking, how bad am I? I'm like, at least I've got a smile on my face and I'm going to tip the guy at the end of the round.
Well, yeah.
I mean, so I don't mean to drag you into my pettiness, but, other than that, I don't remember. I don't remember much about it.
Yeah,
no.
When I started, I was like, I need a local guy who knows the greens.
Yes.
And he was great.
Yeah.
But I bring a buddy now. You're out there a long time. I say that.
How long
play
in the
on
rounds
time.
did you say? Like 4.5?
I think 18 hours. No.
But the neat thing is it's a great watch. And I'm excited because it's a great watch on TV. It's a great watch on TV.
It's unbelievable.
And it just looks so much fun to play in it. And I do remember. It was fun to play in it. So.
The experience, the people that I have met there, that's what keeps bringing me back. I'll tell you this quick story. I don't remember if I told you this before.
Go ahead, please.
Last year, after the round, thunderstorms are coming over the mountain. And they know there's going to be lightning. We are sort of told they're going to blow the horn. And I was done for the day.
Yes.
And I'm sitting in the bag room, like, okay, we need to get out of here before they blow the horns. And everybody's trying to get out. Let's go over to Edgewood Lodge. I'm talking to Dylan Dreyer from the Today Show.
Nice.
And I say, let's get into the lodge. Let's get an espresso martini and get ahead of the group.
Yes.
And in the back, we thought we were the only ones in there. In the back of the room, I hear, I'm in. We're like, who is? Turn around, look in the back. It's Baker Mayfield.
Oh.
Baker and I had not talked to that point, had not really hung out. We'd said like casual hellos over the years.
Yeah.
We went in, we had an espresso martini or two, and hung out the rest of the week. And texting during the season this year, really had awesome. A real friendship born out of this dumb moment there, where we just wanted to have an espresso martini. And that, to me, that story is like what the event is. It's quarterbacks, it's NFL legends, NBA legends, other actors, singers. It's really special.
Is that where you became friendly with Rodgers?
It is.
Through this American Century Championship?
My very first one. In fact, the day that we met was the day, this is 2008, the day that Favre said, I'm not retiring. We were sitting next to each other at a blackjack table. There are blackjack tables there in Lake Tahoe.
Yes, sir.
And he's sitting next to me, and I don't know who he is. I don't know.
Aaron Rodgers.
Well, I knew once he introduced himself, like, oh, you're the Cal guy.
This is 18 years ago, right? Okay.
You're Favre's back. Like, I knew who he was, but I didn't recognize him.
Yes.
He was a fan of The Office, and we just started a relationship there. And on the screens, they had, like, a TV show station that was running sports on loop. You can figure out which one it is.
ESPN, sure.
And,
nice.
And they were saying, like, Favre's not retiring. What's happening to Aaron Rodgers? And we're literally sitting next to each
unbelievable.
other on that day. And that is when we became friends. Yeah.
Is that right?
Yep.
So
100%.
Was it an awkward moment, or were you just like during
the
conversation?
Was more like and look, with all those guys, like, to me, the fact that I've gotten to know, so like, the last thing I'm ever going to do is like, hey, what's your game plan this week? I've got, now
what are we going to do, huh?
Saquon on fantasy or Breece Hall on fantasy. Like, what are we going to do? And I'm like, that's their business. So I don't ever engage in that way. But it was so I didn't say to him, like, what are you going to do?
Yeah,
like, Favre's not coming back. And it was pretty quick.
That might be from it, right? Or something like that. That looks Rodgers young enough right
Rodgers. Then. That was, he ended up coming with me. I'm going to forget what it was. I think it was an Emmy party.
Okay, cool.
Party for the Emmys, or maybe the Screen Actors Guild Award or something like that.
I literally was going to say to you, you probably bonded over, like, he strikes me as an Office guy. Like, he would like The Office, so.
Yeah, I mean, I think I can say this. I got him on the show. He was on the show the second to the last episode. They had it scripted. That we read the script for the last or second to the last. I think they ended up putting him in 2 episodes that kind of took the story and and they had another athlete scripted, and I knew him. I knew he was a fan. He had come and visited set, and I went to Greg Daniels and I said, so is this name here, this other athlete, is this just a name, or would you be open to Aaron coming? And he was like, if he would do it, totally. And I acted as the casting director. I remember having conversations with Allison Jones where she's like, all right, well, tell him this is the money. And I was like, no. If he wants to do it, he can make a phone call to you. You guys can do it. Yeah. And I don't think he would be bummed that I said this too. For a while, he never cashed the check. He had it framed.
Dude,
on his wall.
That makes sense too. Yeah. I mean, it's not like he's needing it.
Well,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but that makes sense.
Early days. No, I'm kidding.
That's cool, man.
Yeah.
Man. So maybe that's why Baker was saying hi to you, because he thought maybe you could
put
him in something.
Him cast.
You could get him in something.
That's true.
You're
I never thought about
man.
that.
You make kings.
I never
Brian
thought about
Baumgartner.
that. He didn't really like me. He just wanted a job.
Or maybe it was the espresso martinis talking.
Yeah, probably.
That is fun, man. Brian Baumgartner here on the Rich Eisen Show. I know we haven't talked about it off because we don't talk about, like, your show or back in the day with The Office. But we might have talked about it the last time here when you had your cookbook. But the scene with spilling the beans all over the floor. How many takes did that take? Did you?
That was one take.
That was a one, because you knew.
That was one take. Well, there was a lot of pressure that day, and there was a lot of whispering, because I was there by myself. There was nobody else. The rest of the cast, they were all gone. And I remember Phil Shea, who worked in props, and the set decorators kind of coming over to me, like, back channeling, and they were like, Brian, we have 3 carpets. And I was like, what are you talking about? We have 3 carpets. And they had assembled, I mean, in this studio, like, carpets that would be bigger than this, that went from the front door around, like, the reception desk over to where Dwight and Jim's desk was, to Michael's office, because they didn't know exactly how I would spill it. And, like, me spilling on the real carpet would be an unmitigated disaster. So they had that. So what you're seeing there, that's all carpet on top of carpet.
Yeah.
And they had 3, and they were very concerned that if we didn't get it in 3 takes, that we would be screwed. And I think there were people who didn't know there were only 3. And so they came, and obviously it was just about the spill. Thankfully that worked out. And I think, as you can see there, I think we had extra clothes. Oh, you can look at my hands. That was the thing I remember for days. My hands were an orangey
for days
color.
You couldn't wash it off?
No, I mean, I remember they had sometimes they had a playback thing set up so they could see what they had. Yeah. And I remember as like wardrobe is peeling the clothes off me, and I'm looking and I'm like, please say we got it. Please say we got it. Please say we got it. And they were like, okay, we got it. And then, like, I've never showered with more people. They're just as they're peeling stuff off and trying to get.
Damn.
Yeah. And I had a dinner, actually, with Oscar Nunez and Angela Kinsey that we had prearranged because, of course, they had a short day that day.
Yes.
At Mastro's in Beverly Hills. And I show up still smelling of chili. Yeah. Oscar, I remember he ordered like he makes these like grand. He's like, yes, we'll have the seafood tower. Like the raw thing. It was just like I couldn't eat it. It was the smell. It was
the mix of hours old chili.
Hours old, yes.
Oh my God.
Not homemade, warm, delicious chili.
I'm sure you get that all the time. What is your favorite Office episode or scene, if you could choose one, the one that you're like, that's the one?
Yeah, it's tough to say, Rich, but that one, I never imagined that we would still be talking about.
Correct,
that
yes.
one. Mm-hmm. Probably the one that I think back on now. Actually, I'll be slightly sentimental.
Okay.
I think a lot of the scene in the finale where we're all together and Creed plays this song that was an original song that he did, which was this sort of like sentimental moment. I remember that. But also in terms of, I will never forget me sitting on Carell's lap as he's dressed as Santa, and that the comedy of that, and me not being able to not laugh, and then feeling bad because I keep having to sit on his lap. It was a whole thing. But
how many takes did you get through all that?
That one was more like 100. I don't know. It definitely was not. It was not one. And I think that's one, even in the end, that you can still see people laugh. Actually, the one where I never couldn't laugh. Kevin is at the vending machine with Holly, and Holly believes that Kevin has some issues, and he has money in his hand. He's trying to decide, Kevin, speaking of myself in the third person, weird, but trying to decide what to get. And she goes through and she says, this is a quarter. And she's telling me what the value of the money I have in my hand. And then she picks up and says, this is a button. And it was something about the kindness in her eyes and her having, and just the joke of her having to explain that this was a button that I might not know. I couldn't not laugh. And finally I realized that was going to cut directly into, I'm totally going to bang Holly. And so I was like, well, if I can just make this a wry smile and not a full-on laugh, I think that'll cut together pretty well. So that one for me, I never got through that and didn't smile.
By the way, just hearing the Kevin voice just come back like that.
What do you mean? Yeah, I know.
Oh my gosh!
Actually, Baker's wife.
Yes.
When she met me after the espresso martini incident last year, was like, "You don't really talk like that." I was like, "No, I don't really talk like that." Did your husband go like this around the house every day? No. Character.
So funny. All right, in the few minutes we have left here, Brian. You last saw what my swing looked like.
Yes.
Okay. And you were kind. You were kind because I wasn't turning on the ball.
You weren't turning, but you were aware of you not turning.
Correct.
Yes.
I'm and with some choice words for myself.
For yourself about turning.
Okay. I have, and that day, as soon as I got off the course, I called my wife and I called Susie and I said to her, I have to take lessons. Okay. I've got to do this, and I'm gonna work it into our schedule. And she's just like, you have. She's basically, her answer is like, what have I been telling you? So like I'm like seriously that day I'm like, I cannot keep this. I can't show up in Tahoe at the American Century Championship this way. So I have taken several lessons. Lucas Wald, what's up? Shout out to Lucas. I want to
Shout
show
out,
you.
Lucas.
I want to show you. This was my final swing of my last lesson from 2 days ago.
Oh, okay.
So I want you to see it, and I want you to give me your honest assessment if this looks anything like the guy you saw right here.
250 with a draw.
He wants 250 with a draw. Here we go.
That's a turn, Rich. There you go. It's going to the right a little, but
It's all right.
That's okay.
It's findable.
It's right down the middle. It's
findable.
You know what they say?
Yes.
That'll play.
That'll play, right? And
That'll
plus,
play.
if it's 250 on a screen up in Tahoe, right?
Probably 330.
I'm gonna feel like King Kong, right?
Yeah.
But seriously, like it looked. Did it look? Be honest. It looked different, right?
It looked very different. Stuck,
goodness.
I think is the word,
Dude.
that I would say. You were stuck,
Dude. You were a fun round of golf to play with. I had if I only didn't spit up all over myself that day, I would have enjoyed it a little bit more. But you're a great playing partner. I will say that here in front of everybody. It was a lot of fun. It was
I appreciate
a lot of fun,
that.
man.
Yeah,
and a good day.
We'll do it again, and now you've got a new swing.
I hope it does feel repeatable. Like I the first day I actually was, he's like, you're basically not turning, and I'm like, what do you mean? And he starts showing me, and the next day I woke up, I'm like, why am I sore? And it's just, don't listen to me. At any rate, when do you find out pairings? When does that come out? Wednesday night, or is it, or what? Or they've already figured it out based on?
Here's the thing:
Okay.
there are a lot of there's a lot of complainers or people who want to offer their insight onto the pairing. Oh, so this is my
have I
guess.
treaded into some waters here, the Lake Tahoe waters I shouldn't be treading into?
No, I think they probably know exactly what time on Friday morning that you'll be teeing off. But they will not tell you until a time that they will. Once it's there, it'll be done. Like it'll be posted. It'll be up. Everybody will know.
Oh, so
you can't be like, hey, actually, I want to play with Brian at 10:45 or whatever.
Oh, because there's some earlier. So you're talking about some people don't want to go
or who they're playing with or what. I don't care. This is more a get. No, I'm not saying you're complaining.
No, I'm just going to say I'm going to be real easy. Just stick me with whoever. I mean, I'd love to play with you, but I mean, I'm not in your handicap area.
Rich, according to the odds makers, they've seen your new swing.
What are you
Rich,
talking
you have
about?
better odds to win than Brian.
That's not true.
Brian Baumgartner, you are 1,000 to 1 right now.
Yeah.
Rich Eisen, you are 500 to 1.
I can.
You have a double chance to win
in front of everybody here in the studio, watching on the Roku channel, listening to us on terrestrial and satellite and streaming radio. I say to you, Brian Baumgartner,
yes,
I am sorry about that. Okay?
Well, here's
because
the thing.
there is no way. I've played with you. I've seen you play in multiple times.
Yeah,
that is. I don't know if I should be saying this because there's people wager on this stuff, but
there's not
a chance.
There's not real money should not be spent. I will. What you should do as well. Talk about things. Your green room. You've got some nice stuff on the wall.
Yes.
I have betting slips of myself just because I think it's cool. Just because betting on having just whatever I want to bet, whatever that piece of paper is worth.
Yeah.
That to me is worth it. Look. Here's the thing. The American Century Championship, there are...
What, 10? 10 guys that have a shot?
7.
You think?
There's about
10.
7 guys who have
10?
a chance.
I mean,
I don't know.
To be clear,
I
wouldn't... I mean, the only reason I up that number a little is I would not... Before Steph... Shout out.
Right.
Steph, you're the GOAT. I would not have put him on the list.
Okay.
Like, he got... I mean, my favorite thing that he did when he won 2 years ago was thank the Lakers for knocking him out of the playoffs
That's right,
early.
so he could play.
So he had more time to practice. So I'm sure that there's a couple of guys.
Yeah,
like,
Austin Reeves might be
Steph.
kind of a sleeper.
Austin Reeves is a good player. Like so maybe 10, 12.
But it's
there's
it's
no
Marty,
handicap.
it's Steph, it's Tony Romo, Smoltz, Annika Sorenstam, Joe Pavelski is really good. I mean, Taylor Twellman, I think, could be a sneaky
Twellman
pick.
has got he's got some game, and he was not. He came on the show
He was
last year.
top 10 last year.
He was like
and
pissed with the way he played, and we're like, come on, man. Smoltz is serious. Like he wants to.
He wants to win. He's
this.
won all of the other
right
big celebrity, events.
Isn't that amazing? By the way, this is what golf is, and obviously the American Century Championship will do. Hall of Fame, World Series, like the only thing missing for him, right? Like what? Emmy, he's sports Emmys. He's got sports Emmys based on his latest career.
Yeah.
The only thing missing is that.
Yeah.
And of course, a Michigan State football championship, which will never happen. I love it.
Fish,
What's up, John?
Marty Fish, 62. Like, he has a course record at Edgewood at
so
62 during the tournament.
Right, and isn't he playing left-handed, and he's not really, like, he's right-handed dominant or the other way around or something like that?
He's a lefty golfer, but I think he's a righty tennis player.
Yeah, he's righty tennis player. He plays tennis righty.
Right?
Yeah. I believe so.
He's amazing.
Didn't he
He's
say
so good.
something like that to us last year? Because he came on after he won.
Yeah.
Which you will do.
In a couple of weeks. After this year?
Yes. We'll have you back.
The number of hole-in-ones, and I only say that because it's Stableford, so it's weighted, right? It's not just -2. You get like 8 points.
Yeah.
I would have to have 5 hole-in-ones, I think. If I had 5 hole-in-ones and played well.
So you're saying I've got a chance.
Over 3 days, then I could maybe win.
Charles Barkley's at the bottom, 7,500 to 1.
Yeah, but see, he's playing better.
I think you're going to. I smell top 30 for you. I do. Top 20, top 30. There's 92 in the field. That's top third. I think you're top third.
Yeah,
I think you can do that.
I think now I think that progressively. I mean, I don't want to scare you.
Yes.
There's going to be about 80,000 people out there.
That I remember too. There's people upon people upon people.
And there's more people now
than
there.
There was 21 years ago.
There's many more.
I don't have a problem performing in front of a crowd. That's never been my issue.
No.
And I feel, again, I have the tools over the last few weeks of lessons. I've got tools. I understand what I need to do. I've got a clue.
Yeah.
As opposed to the last time I was out there. I was fumbling for a light switch for 4.5 hours with you. Out there.
I mean, the opening tee shot.
That is it. Okay. I'll be fine.
That's the tough one.
And it's either on 1 or 10, right? That's it.
Yeah.
It's not a shotgun start or anything like that. Correct?
No. Correct. 1 or 10.
Right.
Yes, but they're right next to each other. 1 and 10. Like you can't tee off at the same time.
Okay.
And so there's a lot of people congregated.
Okay.
And it's not about performing in front of the people. It's just.
It's
you hear professionals talk about their first tee shot.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You got this, Rich. You got it.
Okay. Thank you. You got it. Greatly appreciate that. Brian Baumgartner, thank you for coming on this program. You're the man.
Thank you. I appreciate you having me. I do have to ask because I noticed it, of course, right away.
Sure.
The best dad ever.
Yes, sir.
Is that a world's best boss? Is that an ode to the world's best boss?
No. Nice. No, this is a Father's Day gift I received. I don't know how many years ago. I decided, it was so touching that my kids gave this to me with the price tag still on the back. That
you haven't taken it off all these years later.
No. And I just, counting for inflation, I think my children's love for me has grown since $24.95.
Oh, I mean that's.
Can you imagine? That's a lot for this thing.
That must be real fake metal.
It is that. Real fake metal, everybody. But it'll be. I'm just gonna keep my head down, go through my,
we're gonna have a great time
checklist. And how soon can one get an espresso martini there?
Oh, as soon as you want.
Is that right?
Yeah. As soon as you need.
Throwing one back.
Some people.
And then going to the 1st or 10th tee.
Some people feel that helps.
Swing oil?
Swing oil. Mm-hmm. Yes. Nerve calmer.
Okay.
I don't think that's a thing. Okay. Nerve calmer.
Whatever it is.
Yeah. You could. Or wait till after.
Okay.
Either way.
So the Wednesday night conversation that we have, we get our marching orders, if you will, about how we're supposed to play this tournament.
Yes.
Right? Thursday, I'm in the Pro-Am. Are you in the Pro-Am on Thursday?
I'm playing most of the week.
Okay, great.
I'm there Monday, Rich.
I'm playing in the.
I don't work anymore.
Unbelievable.
I'm there Monday.
Okay. So and then there's a Thursday Pro-Am, and then you're saying sometime Thursday night, someone's going to tell me what my time is, and
maybe Wednesday.
Okay, wait a minute.
Maybe Wednesday.
Oh, and by the way, I'm winning the karaoke. It's going to happen.
I'm judging it.
Great.
So you just earned some points.
I'm telling you right now, my confidence level is high.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Oh, yes.
You revealing the song or
I
not?
can tell you what it is right now. Sure.
Oh, really?
I'm going back and forth. It's Sinatra.
Okay.
I don't. Is that a strike against?
No.
I don't know. Okay.
No, the judge is.
How many people are in this contest? Normally?
Whoever signs up.
Okay. How many people normally sign up? Probably not many. But probably not many of the athletes are willing to go put themselves out in that lane.
I will tell you right now.
Yes.
With all everyone has a chance. Okay. Obviously, sure. Unlike the American Century Championship, everyone has a chance at karaoke. Yes. But if we were handicapping, there are two front runners.
Who are those?
Alfonso Ribeiro.
I told you.
That's not cool. What else?
And Travis Kelce.
Okay.
Travis Kelce, and I will say, with all due respect to Travis, he brings the energy, which is great. Also, American Century is headquartered in Kansas City.
Okay. Catch the Rich Eisen Show live weekdays from 12 to 3 p.m. Eastern on Roku Sports Channel in the U.S.